Hi there, and welcome back to Storytime with Brianda, where you send it and I tell it. Get your snacks and popcorn ready because this is going to be a good one. The title of this story is My Ex Proposed to Me and Then Tried to Ruin My Relationship. Yup, you heard that right. Bad. My ex and I were together for about 4 years. I truly believed that he was going to be the person that I would actually marry. We always had conversations about building a future together, moving in, having kids, and getting married. But as soon as he noticed that the conversation was getting serious, he would always pull away and say, "I'm not ready yet." After a while, I realized that I was the only one waiting for something that might not even happen. So I did what I thought was best and I ended it all. I broke up with him. It broke my heart, but I knew that I deserved better. After the breakup, he completely disappeared. No texts, no calls, no nothing. Literally zero contact. Meanwhile, I was left to pick up all the broken pieces. It took many months, but eventually I started to heal. And then I met somebody. He was everything that my ex wasn't. He was consistent, thoughtful, kind, and showed me that he cared in many ways. For the first time in a long time, I felt heard, I felt cared, I felt seen, I felt loved. It was amazing. But just when things were finally going right, my past came back. One night, while I was out having dinner with my boyfriend, I noticed somebody walking in the restaurant. My heart dropped because it was my ex. He stared at me like he had just seen a ghost. Then his eyes shifted to my boyfriend, then back to me, then back to my boyfriend, and back to me. So obviously, he realized that I had moved on and had a new boyfriend. I paid him no attention and kept enjoying my dinner and the vibes with my new boo. After a while, I headed to the restroom, and I'm sure my ex was watching me like a hawk because he went to the restroom right after. When I walked out, he was waiting for me outside the restrooms and said, "I need to talk to you." I told him, "You and I have nothing to talk about. We're done. We've been over. I moved on." But he insisted and said, "Please hear me out. Just hear me out this one time." So I agreed and heard him out. "I made a mistake," he said. "I shouldn't have let you go." But unfortunately for him, it was too late. I waited so long to hear those words, but now they meant nothing. Then he said something that caught me off guard. He said, "I'm ready now for everything. Let's get married. Leave him. Please, let's get married." I was shocked. I was flabbergasted. This was everything I always wanted, but now it was too late. So I said, "I'm sorry, but I can't." I moved on. His expression changed immediately. He went from regret to anger. "So that's it?" he snapped. "You just replaced me like that? Like I was nothing to you?" "I didn't replace you," I said. "You lost me." He didn't like that at all. Nothing of it. Over the next few days, things started to get a little weird between my boyfriend and I. He was very short, didn't really talk to me that much. I could tell that something was going on. Finally, I asked him what was going on because he was acting a little weird. So he showed me his phone and I was shocked again. It was my ex-boyfriend sending him messages, telling him, "She's not over me, we still talk, we still see each other, blah blah blah," and so on. Obviously, none of that was true. I got angry, I got upset, I was furious. My ex wasn't trying to get me back, he was trying to destroy what I had. I called him immediately and put him on speakerphone and asked him, "Why are you telling my boyfriend lies about me?" He said, "Those are not lies, and you know it's true." I said, "No, they're not. You're just lying because you're mad that I didn't want to get back with you." He eventually said, "I know," which obviously he admitted that he was lying. He said, "But I want you with me. I don't want you to be with him." He also said, I'm not gonna lose you to just anybody. That's when it hit me. It was never about love, it was about control. I'm not yours to lose, I said, and then I hung up. I blocked him that same day from my phone, from all my social medias, from everything. My boyfriend felt much better after all of that, but I did tell him that next time we have to have open communication because that builds trust. And if you don't have trust, you have nothing. It's been 2 years, and I never heard back from my ex boyfriend ever since that day, which is fine. And now I also no longer have a boyfriend. Now I have a fiance. Has anything similar ever happened to you like this before? Drop it in the comments. This was Storytime with Brianda, where you send it and I tell it. If you would also like to share your own story, please send it to the email below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next story time. See you next time. Bye!